It's a sad day when I find out about an MMORPG getting shut down, because I really like them. I would say out of all the genres that existed, the MMORPGs are my favorite, because of what you can do in them. Massive multiplayer online role-playing games are role-playing games designed to allow hundreds of players to play in one world. Like, well, duh, massive multiplayer. But you're on a persistent world, which means what you do when you're online in the world affects the whole server. Or, what you do online in the server affects the whole server. And when you log off, it will continue to do so till the game resets or it shuts down. And I really enjoy MMOs, and I might do a video talking more about them and their history or problems in recent times, but for now, actually, not for now. For example of what I could talk about, how about Dark Age of Camelot, that old MMO? The developer kickstarted Camelot Unchained over a decade ago, and the game is still nowhere near an alpha launch, and the turnaround for an MMO in development is like 5 years. That's like just a lot of years, as if they have a lot of money. But the guy behind it, he just ignores refund requests and tries to tell trolls to dox themselves. But today, I want to talk about a certain one that is being shut down. The MMO I mentioned being shut down is called Swords of Legends Online. Solo exists as a part of an RPG series called Elyon, and I've played the third game, and it is very linear. It's a very linear action RPG with a deep storyline inspired by like the typical Chinese mythology. From what I've read, it's a lesser-known RPG series that has a deep story that tugs at the heartstrings. Solo is the online game in the series. In China, it's called something else. Well, anyway, Swords of Legend Online is getting the axe. Whack! It sucks in a way because the game is very pretty and it's massive, much like other Eastern MMOs. It has an infinite supply of crafting systems and upgrade systems. So they could create millions of currencies for you to buy in the cash shop. But for a newer MMORPG, it was kind of different. It felt different. The game gave me a throwback feel to Arc Age and other Eastern MMOs from a decade ago, but released in 2021. Is that right? 2021, yeah. As a person who played Elyon 3 before I knew this was being ported, this MMO felt like it was designed as a single-player sequel with an MMO attached later. It played like a linear action-adventure RPG with the smaller areas to play in, but giant, massive constructs and designs in the background, giving the world a more expanded appearance. Then they added massive multiplayer later on, when it was like within a year of release, or at least that's how it feels to me. See, there are a few RPGs and even shooters that feel like their PvP mode was tacked on, but for this one, it feels crappy, just like that. Holy moly. And a lot of the time, I would be playing the game and will see no other player loaded in. It'll say they're online, but no one's in the world, or at least loaded in for me to see. And even when I was playing on a packed launch week, it just felt like an RPG with a MMO HUD design. Well, I would say more mobile-like, mobile game-like. But this is just me talking shit, though. I really soured on the MMORPG aspect of the game when I played it the second time. From what I've heard from people on Discord was this game had a major endgame scene. It was designed to have PvP and group content in the game, and after tens of hours of grinding and slogging through linear zones and very wild storylines, you get the endgame. And when I heard that, I lost the will to want to play it. Researching a bit about Eastern MMOs, they are usually designed for you to grind for hours to get ready for endgame. The endgame completely changes your gameplay loop and what you have access to. It's why Eastern MMOs are so pay to win and have an automated gameplay. They have automated gameplay mechanics. Man! And as gaming advances and better MMOs release, we are seeing the growth of the genre and the end to that design. Western MMOs remove that need to play for hours doing boring, simple content to get to the real fun. People don't want to get bored for hours in hopes of having fun. Time is valuable to folks, and in the Eastern markets, games like this dominate. It's designed to suck you in so you're excited for the fun content later on. And if you don't have free time, or enough free time, just pay a few dollars to increase XP or level jump or whatever, and, bam, enjoy the game. And I never liked this design because you'll see players get to the end game in these MMOs and are disappointed by what they see. They spend money or all this time, get to the end game and are like, ugh, not really much there, or nothing really fun or engaging. But hey, there are some older and some more modern MMOs with this design, but they definitely aren't at the top of the market. The games like that at the top of the market let you do dungeons at like level 20 or even below. You can participate in PvP in most of them before hour 100. But I think solo PvE is a linear sea of endless collect this and kill them quests, mixed with the run over there when you're done to learn why you should do it again. Until some late stage point where the game decides, okay, you are worthy enough for the fun content. Thank you for mindlessly listening to our incoherent story that comes off as one of those stories you need previous game context for. That's what this game is a CF. Boiled down. I will say I am unsure why this game died. If some nerd hasn't done a video yet, I assume there will be a video deep dive done on it soon. But for right now, we can take a look at the publisher and scream in shock as Gameforge jumps out through your screen, grabbing your throat with both hands as it deprives you of oxygen violently. Much like how they squeeze the wallets of players and their life force until their player base dies. And then they bury the game out back with a rusty shovel, slipping back into their offices to hop online and find more victims to port to the west. To repeat their vampire-like behavior. Okay, maybe Gameforge isn't the reason why the game died, maybe it is. I'm just going to point out what I said about the design of the game. It's not just what MMO players want now. They don't want to have to work for hours to be able to unlock the full game. Pushing players against the wall and telling them, well, if you don't play, you can pay, you brokey. And then Gameforge's best friend, Andrew Tate, comes up and repeats that you are brokey. Players vote with their wallets and their time, and sometimes they do, and I feel like that's what happened here. They were tired of being pushed against the wall by Andrew Tate and Gameforge, and gave up on the game. No matter what, this game is dying in the West and leaving more room for a better MMO to take its place. There are so many different kinds being developed right now, and some are actually promising, like Pantheon and my favorite, Embers Adrift. Embers Adrift is out now, and it's a classic-style adventure-based MMORPG, similar to EverQuest and Project Gorgon, but modern-style graphics. And Pantheon is that classic-style MMO that's the successor to Vanguard and EverQuest, but the project had passed and progress slowed. Rest in peace to him. I think his name's Brad McQuaid. But it's coming along. There are also Ashes of Creation and many other MMOs being developed, but the ones I name specifically are the good ones. But rest in peace to Swords of Legends Online, or Gujion Online. How I found out about its connection to Gujion is through the EXE one day. But when I found out you were dying, I switched from ESO Necrom expansion to this game to be with you in your dying days solo. And there's going to be a gameplay video coming. I don't know if I'm going to do an actual deep review or just, talk about the early gameplay, the first 20 levels. But I got hours of footage, the first 20 levels at least. But that's all I got, everybody. Thanks for coming by, good dudes of all kinds. Did you play solo? Did you like it, or is there a better game you recommend? Or a worse, more unknown game, or older game you recommend? I'm willing to play any MMO you guys throw out there. Because I've played most of them, but I would like to go back in with the, the knowledge and experience I have in gaming as I do now. Man, my voice is going out. Leave a like if you want to see more MMO videos. There's going to be a couple more Swords of Legends Online videos coming out, because I got a lot of footage and the game's dead, so there should be some kind of footage out there to memorialize it, at least for YouTubers in the future to talk about. I know people like Nerdslayer and used to be Kira TV would talk about old MMOs. But anyways, shout out to those two guys I named. Shout out to Swords of Legends Online. Shout out to Gameforge, you know. I don't know why I'm shouting people out. Peace out, everybody. I'm running out of B-roll films. Like and subscribe and all that if you want to join the realm, and hit up the Discord if you want to hang out, building community. Peace out, homies.
Audacious monsters, you're just in time. I will sacrifice your hearts to my divine sword. Little bastard! Get out of my way! Cry as much as you like. No one's coming to save you. Little bastard! Get out of my way! I will be back. Ugh.